And we're joined now by Natasha Hausdorff. She's a barrister and international law expert, and she's the director of UK Lawyers for Israel. Thank you very much for being with us, Natasha. The State of Palestine has no defined borders. It doesn't have a capital city. It doesn't have a currency. What makes it a state? And do these moves by the UK, France, Canada, Australia and others move this entity any closer to statehood?
Thank you for having me. No, they do not. And the short answer is it is not a state. In fact, that much was recognised at least by Prime Minister Starmer in his announcement when he made it clear that the UK government does not believe that the Palestinians are a state. It therefore seemed that he was recognising nothing. I know that sounds pretty circular, but frankly, these political declarations, political statements cannot change what international law says about statehood and the well-recognised criteria under the Montevideo Convention, including defined territory, permanent population, the capacity to enter into international relations, and of course government. This so-called State of Palestine has none of those. But most importantly, what this recognition does seem to do, and that is significant under international law, is attack Israeli sovereign territory. That is a very serious matter. I know we've seen it from other states, but coming from key allies of Israel in the form of the UK, Canada, France, this is perhaps a very different matter. I'd say in terms of international legal implications, it also potentially puts the UK in a very awkward position. Mahmoud Abbas has a long history of threatening to sue the United Kingdom. And albeit this declaration does not in any way create a state of Palestine, the fact that the UK suggests that it might recognise one might cause it some difficulties if that Palestinian Authority would seek to sue it in international legal fora, as the president of the PA has previously threatened.
And on a practical note, most countries currently have their diplomatic missions to the Palestinian Authority in the capital of Israel, in Jerusalem. So what happens now? Is Israel within its rights to close these diplomatic missions and request that they be relocated to Ramallah or wherever else they consider the capital of their State of Palestine?
Yes, I think there's a strong argument to say Israel has every right to close those supposed consulates to the PA on Israeli territory in Jerusalem, and that right has certainly been in existence for some time. I think it's just important to highlight in a very similar context, in light of the contributions of your previous commentator, the use of the A word with respect to other measures that Israel might take. And here I refer to this misplaced term of annexation. I would really counsel against the use of terminology which is not legally accurate. Perhaps it has some political connotations, but here one cannot annex territory to which one is already sovereign. And there is very sound reasoning under the application of the customary rule of uti possidetis juris to say that Israel has indeed been sovereign in all of these disputed territories since 1948, and there's yet to be any agreement to change that. That's significant both to factoring into the proper terminology for these discussions on the potential application of Israeli civil law to parts of Judea and Samaria or the West Bank, but also to recognising Israel's rights in Jerusalem. And that, of course, includes the ability to allow or disallow the various missions of other countries, in this case not proposing to be a mission to Israel, proposing to be a mission to a non-existent state.
Natasha, we appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed, Natasha Hausdorff there.
Thank you.